we've all heard the tragic story of the Titanic. On that fateful night in April 1912, the unsinkable ship struck an iceberg, leading to one of the most infamous maritime disasters in history. Over 1,500 people lost their lives, a number made even more heartbreaking by a critical fact. There weren't enough lifeboats for everyone on board. The Titanic carried only 20 lifeboats, enough for just over half of the 2,200 souls. But what if that wasn't the case? What if every single person had a guaranteed spot on a lifeboat? Let's explore that alternate history. Imagine the scene. The initial collision still happens, the panic still sets in. But instead of a desperate scramble for limited spaces, there's a sense of organized urgency. With 64 lifeboats, as originally planned, the crew could have conducted a much more orderly evacuation. The women and children first protocol would still be followed, but with the assurance that the men would soon follow on subsequent boats. The chaos and heart-wrenching separations we saw in the film might have been replaced by a more systematic, albeit still terrifying process. However, having enough boats is only half the battle. The crew's inexperience with launching them was a major issue. Many of the lifeboats that did launch were not filled to capacity due to panic and poor organization. Even with enough boats for everyone, would the crew have been able to launch them all in the 2 hours and 40 minutes before the ship sank? It's highly debatable. They had never run a full-scale drill. So, while more boats would have been available, launching them effectively against a ticking clock on a listing ship in the freezing dark would still have been a monumental challenge. Another crucial factor is the temperature. The water was a bone-chilling 28 degrees Fahrenheit, or -2 Celsius. Anyone who ended up in the water would have survived for only a matter of minutes. So, even if all the lifeboats were launched, any mishaps, capsizing, or delays could still have led to fatalities from hypothermia. Furthermore, the rescue ship, the Carpathia, was 4 hours away. The survivors in the open lifeboats would have endured a long, freezing wait in the dark. So, would everyone have survived? It's unlikely. While having enough lifeboats would have drastically increased the survival rate, it wouldn't have been a magic bullet. The combination of an undertrained crew, the immense logistical challenge of launching so many boats quickly, and the deadly cold water means that tragedy, in some form, was probably unavoidable. The number of lives saved would have certainly been in the thousands, not the hundreds, changing countless family histories forever. But a perfect zero-casualty outcome? That might have remained just out of reach. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more historical what-ifs.